Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jen Doling, and as usual, I'm joined here with my little filming buddy, Remy, of course. And, well, it's been kind of a crappy week. I mean, really crappy week for me. Lots of technical difficulties with the filming and you name it. Just one problem after another. And none of this is easy, and none of it's cheap either, unfortunately. So, with that said, I needed to do a video a little more lighthearted, if you will. So today's topic is, I put out a question on Facebook, and I like to poll people on Facebook. I know, I still use Facebook. Leave me alone. I'm a creature of habit. I've gotten used to that, and I'll branch out eventually, but give me a moment to get used to everything. I'm still learning this stuff, man. It's been a journey. But anyway, so I posted a question on Facebook. I asked the question, what is the craziest lie that you've ever told your boss to get out of going into work? Now, I've had quite a bit of jobs, and boy, I've told some doozies. I liked what I received. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Before I get into them, though, I want to use this time to kind of introduce my new hobby, one of my new hobbies anyway. As you all know, a lot of you know, I had a pretty major back surgery. I'm 8 months out still, and still in that limbo phase of determining if I'm disabled or not. So I had to find new hobbies, and I used to play a lot of sports, and well, now I can't do that anymore. So welcome to my new hobby. My little bitty Mustangs, all yellow, of course. It kind of combines my art with my love of cars and all that. So these three right here, I don't know if you can see them there too much, but they represent the three Mustangs that I've actually had. I've had a 03, I've had a 06, and now I currently have a 15, the 5.0. It's a car joke in case you didn't get that. It's a 5.0 Mustang. I am the 5.0. Alright, so anyways, here's my latest one that I'm working on. This right here is a 1988 Mustang GT, the Fox body Mustangs. And I've got several cars. My goal is to actually get a yellow Mustang from every single year of Mustangs, which we're over 50 years now, so it's quite a bit. My 15 is actually the 50th year of Mustangs, so it's they were all mine are convertible and all that, but as far as these, they're not all convertibles. They got to be yellow. That's the only rule. I even painted this shelf yellow, and the lights come on, but I don't feel like moving it and all that to turn the lights on. Anyways, so this is my first attempt at putting a model car together. I'm pretty it's got its problems. For one, I put the slicks were supposed to be on there, and I put the different suspension on it for slicks when I actually put the regular tires on it. So whatever, live and learn, you get better. But a lot of people did drive around looking stupid like that with the wrong suspension, with the wrong tires back in 1988 or whatever, all through the 90s. But I'm actually not a big fan of the Fox body, in case anybody cares. I don't know. I'm more into 1994 was the very first body style Mustangs that I actually fell in love with, and of course my dad had a 1971 Mach 1 Mustang. It was a fastback, and that is truly how I fell in love with Mustangs. He just recently sold it. It needed a complete restoration and all that, but that's right there how I fell in love with Mustangs. So I'm a car girl, I can't deny it. But this brings out the artist in me, and it just, every time I get to talk about my stupid little yellow cars, it just gives me a little dopamine in my brain. So let me talk about my cars, okay? Now that we got that out of the way. Okay, so let's get into to why people called off of work. Some of the craziest excuses they got. Ugh, God. I ran out of black tea, so I had to do green tea, and it's just not right. But it'll do. Okay, so this first one right here. And I saved the best for last, by the way, guys. Plus, I'll also talk about my experience with my great excuses. So, all right, let's go with this first one here. I had several employees last season that just went with the cold, honest truth. My family's having dinner at Applebee's this evening. All right, I do love me some Applebee's. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll be honest. Like, it just evades me to go with just the cold, hard, honest truth. More power to you. That didn't work for me. I had the type of job that it was. I'm a sleep technologist, and we work 12-hour shifts, night shifts, of course, because people sleep at night. And we're monitoring brain waves all night. It is it's not an easy job, and to call off at like the last minute, and then to find someone to go in for you at the last minute to work 12 hours all night long without any sleep, very difficult to do. So I'm used to at my job you have to have your coroner call in for you. So like I said, I've had some good excuses I'll get to, but I never thought about the cold truth. Another one here, my family bought me tickets for Mexico. Spoiler alert, she missed her flight due to poor time management. Yeah, karma. I'm too drunk at the lake today. We've all been there. I have a runny nose today, so it might be COVID, but I want to take Megan's shift later this week because I won't have COVID from days from now. Well, optimistic that you're going to get over that. That's good, but hey, man, that's just, it's been crazy. So I actually that last excuse, man, kudos. I'll give you credit for that. I'm sensing that some of these are younger, like the first jobs and stuff like that, because I couldn't do that with my boss at my last job, any of my last jobs. This one says, I told them I was hiding from the police, and if anyone comes to ask, tell them I haven't heard from me, and I never showed up for work. All right, my boss would ask a whole lot of questions. There's no way I could avoid that one. I would have to have a lot more story to go with that. That one would not work for me. Police or not, even if it's true, it probably wouldn't work for me. Not in my job. This one, snorts. Some of them I've heard at work. My grandmother died. Keep in mind, this was the 6th time that same grandmother died. I've used my aunt died. My mom has like 13 siblings, so try proving that one. My goldfish got out of the bowl. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, man. That one... That was pretty lame. That was like my lowest so far. Like, no. My pet snake ate my pet hamster. Alright, that's a bit traumatic. Yeah. I'd still be mad though. That one just doesn't. Nope. Not as bad as the fishbowl though, but it's not. You might. My personal favorite. My iguanas are mating. I have to unstick them. All right. You know what? Yeah, that one gets my respect. And then they end it with California. I tell you, no, that's not a California thing. No, that happens here in Indiana too. Yeah, that iguana thing, that's the only one. I want pictures, though. Alright, this next one's okay, this didn't get me out of going to work, but it did get me out of cleaning the bathroom at the retail store for the entire year I worked there. And yes, I shamefully lied a few times, claiming I had a flare-up and had to leave early. Dang. I panicked when I started working there, realizing I would be cleaning 2 toilets, public and employee, for minimum wage. Fuck that. My brain said, and I proceeded to tell the shift supervisor I was very allergic to several harsh chemicals, including bleach, vinegar, and most wet wipes. I literally kept this lie up for about a year. I immediately regretted lying because it was an awkward as fuck lie to keep up, and I felt dumb as hell, but I never once had to clean the bathroom. Hey, I enjoyed cleaning the bathrooms at my first job, which was Chuck E. Cheese. My first job was Chuck E. Cheese. It got me away from screaming kids. I don't mind cleaning a toilet. But that's damn creative. But you're right, you got to keep that up. And she followed it up too with And you have to be like, oh no, what was I thinking? BRB, I need to pretend to scrub my hands in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Yeah, I guess if you don't like scrubbing toilets, that's a good one for you. But scrubbing the toilets got me away from a lot of things, so I didn't mind. This next one here, you're the winner. I'm just letting you know. I like this one a lot. I think it's better. It's better than the lies I've told, which I'll get to. But they say I put a tiny dab of toothpaste in my eye. Went to the doctor, who diagnosed with pink eye. Holy cow! Even went to the doctor. I was more willing to go to the doctor than to work. That's some commitment right there. And I got 7 days off work. This was in my early 30s when I did direct care. We couldn't work with pink eye. I don't think anybody can. A tiny dab of toothpaste makes your eyes super pink and gunky for a few hours. Head to Ready Med, get a note for work. Eye all better by afternoon. Enjoy your vacay. Wow, 5 days off. She did follow this up, by the way, with, by the way, I do not recommend trying this, ha ha ha, but for informational purposes only, y'all, the dab was the size of a pinhead, not the size of like a pea. Alright? That's commitment. You win. You win that one. That one, that was pretty good. I've never went to that extreme. I've certainly had to go to the doctor for stupid stuff. I'll never forget one guy said he was throwing up and called into work and he's throwing up and they were all mad at him. And he got mad over the phone and said, "You want me to bring a bag of my puke in?" I mean, I was hoping he would. I'm not gonna lie, but it was very difficult to call off at that job. Okay, so here's some excuses that I've given. This one's my favorite. I worked this one job where it was extremely minimum wage, and this wasn't too long ago. It was about, I don't know, maybe like 2012-ish, and it was just like a group home type situation. It was just like a second job for me, and it was night shift too, and it paid crap. Like, it's really sad how little those jobs pay for handing out, medicines and stuff and the things you got to do. But there was one night, I mean, I did not want to go in. I just was not wanting to go in that night. So I did the math. And if I went in that night, I would profit $35 at the end of the day. After it's all like, my taxes taken out and all that. And $35. I was quite literally willing to give them, my boss, $35 just so I didn't have to go into work that night. But it doesn't work that way. So I made up an excuse that I was eating at Taco Bell and that I was chewing the hard shell taco and the shell was vertical in my mouth. And I crunched down on it and it like split my molar in half. So I was in pain and I had to go to the dentist the next day. That's what I told my boss at the time. Now, before you judge me, I mean, she bought it and everything. Of course, oddly enough, like days later, I never talked much about it, like going to the dentist or had like a swollen jaw or anything. But see, the best kind of lies are the ones that there's a little bit of truth sprinkled in. So with that one, when I was a kid, it was true. But I was losing my teeth. I was a kid. I had teeth were falling out. And I was chewing a taco, and the tooth was already kind of loose anyway, and I chewed, and I did break the tooth in half. But yeah, that was like when I was like, 5 or 6, I don't know. Not when I was 32 at the time. But I don't regret that one. Sorry, I just don't, man. I've changed my mentality. Like, it's not, life is worth living. I don't want to just live to work. I bought into that hustle culture for years. I'll never forget. So my first job at Chuck E. Cheese, I gave my all, man. I gave my all to that job. I went to work and gave my all, and my back hurt, my feet hurt, my legs hurt, my face even hurt because I was smiling so much at people, trying to be all pleasant and everything. And then I opened up my very first paycheck ever, and I looked at that and I was like, oh, hell no. I got to go to college. This was the 90s, so college was a little bit more, I don't know, it's It's hard to explain college. It's kind of a gamble, really. You can get a degree. I've got 3 degrees, and I'm not using any of them at the moment. So I have mixed feelings on college. I don't regret it. I do not regret it. But this day and age, is it worth the money? That's a whole different topic. I won't even get on that. Let's go back to Chuck E. Cheese, though. I was Chucky, too, by the way. And that was a fun job. I did love that job. Although I blame my not wanting children these days on that job. But really, though, it was more the parents that were annoying, not the kids. They were cute. I can't tell you how many kids would just be walking by, throw off their diaper full of poop, buck naked, just keep on walking buck naked with poop all over them, and then jump into the balls. Yeah, I witnessed that. And by the way, no, I don't think you're going anywhere in the United States and find ball pits or anything like that due to hygiene. They do clean those balls, though, or did. They throw them through the washer. Every single one of them. It's a job, a big job, but they do get clean. Yeah, that's gross. Side note, I figured this out myself. I've never read this anywhere or saw it anywhere, so I don't know if it's official. But this is my interpretation of it. If you look at any costume, like Chuck E. Cheese or any mascot, it only has 4 fingers. 4 fingers that are, spread out. So you're doing this in that costume. And personally, this is my excuse. I think they do that so you can't be flicking people off, because I cannot tell you how many times in that costume I wanted to flick people off. It's true. So, yeah, and next time you see a mascot, count. I bet it's just 4 fingers. I think they do that in like a lot of cartoons and stuff, too. It's just 4 fingers on cartoon things. But if you didn't know that, you might have just learned something. But, again, I don't know if that's the official reason, but that's my reason, because I was going to flick everybody off. I ain't going to lie. Every time I took a picture with someone, I'm making some crazy face in that costume. They can't see me, but I'm serious, though. That was a fun job. I did enjoy me some Chuck E. Cheeses. Or Chuck E. Cheaters, or Chuck E. Sleazes, or Chuck E. Squeezes, or... Sorry. My last excuse for why I called off work, keep in mind, it's that job that you got a 12-hour night shift, ain't nobody coming in for you, your boss, you got to, like I said, call your coroner, because I felt like crap this one day. I had to go and work 6 p.m., I mean, it's like 4 p.m. I'm dying. I was willing to go into work, but I just needed a few moments. I couldn't even stand up. And at the time, I had a junky car. I called it my beater with the heater. It's nice to have my Mustang, and then my little daily driver, but it was a piece of junk. I don't know. Remember I said sprinkle on a little truth? The day before that, I was driving that car, and there was 2 kids walking, and I had to swerve out of the way. I came very close to hitting them. It was their fault. The kids jumped in front of me, and I luckily was able to swerve and not hit them. That was the day prior. Well, all right. I used that as an excuse to. I couldn't get the whole night off. I got half the night off. I needed to come in late, but I used that as an excuse, saying I hit a kid. And they're okay, but they jumped in front of me unknowingly, and and. Didn't leave any marks on my car because the kid didn't get hurt or not. Yeah, man. And you know what? No regrets. No regrets. I'm at peace with all of my lies. I really don't lie that much, but I guess I've just changed my mentality. Like, it's not worth... well, now with my situation, let's be honest, I take my health a lot more serious these days, and I'm glad people are calling in sick when they are truly sick and not going into work with runny noses and stuff. I mean, I work in healthcare, and I can tell you several times where I'd lean over to a patient's bed and I literally drip snot on them. Very embarrassing, and just, this is wrong, man. But you couldn't call in. You couldn't call in. I called in once with a hurt neck, and it definitely angered some people. I get it. I'd be upset too. I don't like to call in. I like my job, but I really did have a hurt neck. Got yelled at. A month later, I had major neck surgery, 3 rods and screwed in my neck. So I wasn't lying that time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this one. I just need to laugh a little bit. Thank you for all the support that everybody's been. And I have a wonderful project that I'm super excited for coming up in just a few days. So that one I'm going to really give my all to. And I look forward to that. And stay tuned. And hit the subscribe button and the like button. And help a girl out, will ya? Hey, thanks a lot. Take care.